My name is Hannah Parker. I'm 31 years old, and I'm about to tell you the story of how I raised my sister's baby for 5 years and what happened when she came back and tried to take her away. I was 20 years old when my sister knocked on my door. It was 2 in the morning. I was asleep. I was in my tiny studio apartment. I had just started my first job. I was just starting my life. I opened the door. My sister, Melissa, was standing there. She was crying. She was holding a baby. She looked desperate. "Hannah," she said, "I need your help. I can't do this. I can't take care of her. Please. Just for a little while. Just until I get my life together." The baby was 2 months old. Her name was Lily. She was small. She was helpless. She was beautiful. I said, "Melissa, what happened? What's going on?" She said, "I'm not ready. I'm not a mother. I thought I could do it. I can't. I need you to take her. Please. Just for a little while." I took the baby. I didn't know what else to do. She was my niece. She needed someone. Melissa left. She said she would be back. She said she would call. She said she would figure things out. She never came back. She never called. She never asked how her daughter was doing. She just disappeared. The first year was the hardest. I was 20 years old. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no experience with babies. I had no money. I had no support. I learned quickly. I learned how to feed her. I learned how to change her. I learned how to put her to sleep. I learned everything. I worked at a coffee shop during the day. I worked at a restaurant at night. I worked 60 hours a week. I was exhausted. I was stressed. I was alone. I didn't complain. I didn't ask for help. I didn't call my parents. They didn't call me. They were busy. They were busy with Melissa. They were busy with her life. They didn't have time for me. My mother called me once. She said, "Hannah, you're doing a good thing. You're being a good sister. You're being a good person. I'm proud of you." I said, "Mom, I need help. I need money. I need support. I can't do this alone." She said, "Hannah, you're strong. You'll figure it out. You always do." The second year was easier. I had figured out a routine. I had figured out how to survive. Lily started walking. She started talking. She started becoming a person. She was beautiful. She was smart. She was everything. I loved her. I loved her more than I had ever loved anything. She was my child. She was my family. She was my everything. My parents came to visit once. They saw Lily. They said she was beautiful. They said she was lucky to have me. They didn't offer to help. They didn't offer to take her. They just left. Melissa called me once. She said, "Hannah, I'm coming back soon. I'm just figuring things out. I'll be back soon." She never came back. The third year was the best year. Lily started preschool. She made friends. She learned to read. She learned to write. She was happy. She was healthy. She was thriving. I was working full-time. I was going to school at night. I was building a future for us. I was determined to give her everything she deserved. My friends told me I was crazy. They said, "Hannah, you're giving up your life. You're giving up your youth. You're giving up everything. You need to think about yourself." I said, "She's my daughter. She's my family. I'm not giving up anything. I'm building something. I'm building a life for us." I loved her. I loved her with everything I had. The fourth year was the year I started to lose hope. I started to realize that Melissa was never coming back. I started to realize that I was Lily's mother. I was the only mother she had ever known. I started looking into adoption. I wanted to make it official. I wanted to be her legal guardian. I wanted to make sure she was safe. I wanted to make sure she was mine. My parents said, "Hannah, you can't do that. She's not your child. She's Melissa's child. You can't just take her." I said, "Melissa was gone. She's been gone for 4 years. She never calls. She never visits. She never asks about Lily. I'm the only mother Lily has ever known. I'm the one who raised her. I'm the one who loves her." My parents said, "Hannah, you're being dramatic. This is not your decision. This is Melissa's decision. When she comes back, she'll want her daughter back. The 5th year was the year Melissa came back. She called me out of nowhere. She said, "Hannah, I'm ready. I'm coming home. I'm going to take Lily." I said, "Melissa, you can't. She's been with me for 5 years. She doesn't know you. She thinks I'm her mother. You can't just take her." She said, "Hannah, she's my daughter.
She belongs with me."
You had her long enough. It's my turn." I said, "Melissa, you left her with me 5 years ago. You never called. You never visited. You never asked about her. You don't know her. You don't know what she likes. You don't know what she needs. You don't know anything about her." She said, "Hannah, I don't care. She's my daughter. I want her back. I'm coming to get her." Melissa showed up at my apartment. She was wearing nice clothes. She was wearing makeup. She looked like she had everything together. She said, "Hannah, where is she? I want to see her." I said, "Melissa, we need to talk first. We need to talk about what's best for Lily. She's been with me for 5 years. She's happy. She's healthy. She's thriving. You can't just take her away." She said, "Hannah, she's my daughter. I have a right to see her. I have a right to take her. You can't stop me." Lily came out of her room. She saw Melissa. She didn't know who she was. She said, "Mommy, who is that?" Melissa said, "I'm your mother. I'm your real mother. I've come to take you home." Lily started to cry. She said, "You're not my mother. Hannah is my mother. I want Hannah." Melissa said, "Hannah is not your mother. I'm your mother. You're coming with me." I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to protect Lily. Then I got a call from a doctor. His name was Dr. Robert Thompson. He was a pediatrician. He had been Lily's doctor since she was a baby. "Hannah," he said, "I've been keeping a file on your sister. A file on Melissa. I've been keeping it for 5 years. I think you need to see it." I went to his office. He handed me a file. Inside was everything. Records of Melissa's visits. Records of her appointments. Records of everything. The file was thick. It was full of papers. It was full of reports. Melissa Parker, age 18.
Pregnant.
Visited the clinic for prenatal care. Missed 3 appointments. Failed to follow treatment plan. Melissa Parker, age 19. Gave birth to daughter Lily. Left the hospital 2 days later. Did not return for follow-up appointments. Melissa Parker, age 20. Visited the clinic once. Did not return. Melissa Parker, age 21. No visits. Melissa Parker, age 22. No visits. Melissa Parker, age 23. No visits. Melissa Parker, age 24. No visits. Dr. Thompson said, "Hannah, your sister has not been a part of Lily's life. She has not been a part of her care. She has not been a part of her health. You have been the one who brought Lily to her appointments. You have been the one who made sure she was healthy. You have been the one who loved her." I read the entire file. I cried. I couldn't stop crying. I realized that I was Lily's mother. I had been her mother for 5 years. I was the one who had raised her. I was the one who had loved her. I was the one who had sacrificed everything for her. Melissa was not her mother. She had never been her mother. She had only given birth to her. I went to a lawyer. I said, "I want to adopt Lily. I want to be her legal mother. I want to make sure she's safe. I want to make sure she's mine." The lawyer said, "You have a strong case. You've been her caregiver for 5 years. You have proof. You have the doctor's file. You have everything." We went to court. Melissa was there. She was crying. She said, "She's my daughter. I gave birth to her. She belongs with me." I said, "Your Honor, I have raised Lily for 5 years. I have been her mother. I have loved her. I have sacrificed everything for her. Melissa has not been a part of her life. She has not been a part of her care. She has not been a part of her health. She is not her mother." I presented the doctor's file. I presented everything. The judge ruled in my favor. He said, "It is in the best interest of the child to remain with a caregiver who has provided love, stability, and care for the past 5 years. The biological mother has not been a part of her life. The adoption is granted. I adopted Lily. She became my daughter. She became mine. Melissa didn't fight it.
She didn't contest it.
She just disappeared again. She never called. She never visited. She never asked about Lily. She just disappeared. Lily is 10 years old now. She's healthy.
She's happy.
She's thriving. She knows the truth. She knows that I'm her mother. She knows that I chose her. She knows that I loved her. She calls me mommy.
She always has.
She always will. If you've ever been the one who raised someone else's child while they disappeared, I want you to hear something. You didn't deserve what happened to you. You didn't deserve to be used. You didn't deserve to be taken advantage of. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be appreciated. You deserve to be loved. My name is Hannah Parker. I'm 31 years old. I raised my sister's baby for 5 years. And I'm still her mother. If this story made you feel something, drop a comment below. Tell me the word that describes what you feel. Share this video with someone who needs to hear they're not alone. Subscribe for more stories like this. Thank you for listening to mine.